already pull in a little bit. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you can still like adjust
Yeah,
the tunings and or whatever. But that's it. We're live. All right, so we have about 8 minutes for the whatever. But can you see that what I type in chat, Pat?
Not yet. Hold on, I don't think I'm on live.
Oh yeah, just hit refresh on that page.
So there's 110 people subscribed to the channel. When we go live like that, they have notification that we're all going live.
Oh, no,
They don't?
They don't.
no, they have to hit the
That
bell.
turn on the notification.
Yeah, and you have to turn on.
Okay.
It's not automatic.
Okay.
So it's probably better if you make the announcement on Facebook because most guys will.
Yeah, I just did one.
Okay.
I type now here, let's see. Wow, it's probably moving. I look like I'm froze.
All right. It's a little delay, right?
Yeah, it's gonna have the delay. We have the
Hold
option
on.
of.
So it might be better.
Got it?
That's all, just like that.
Yeah, so there's 3 settings. There's ultra low lag, low latency. What that does, it's going to be less delay.
Yeah.
But the viewer, if the guy is on his phone watching the stream, he's gonna have issues because it just requires so much more.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
then there's
I get it.
the medium lag, and then there's
Mhm.
normal, which to me have a lot longer delay for YouTube. Yeah, we just have to deal with that. All right, I hope the audio is okay. All right, I think that's it.
So can we tell who's logged on, who's viewing? We got 2 viewing on YouTube right now.
I think it's just the random laptop.
A random laptop, and you is the other one, so that's 2.
I don't know if it counts as. I think it counts 1. Yeah, I think it's just me and that laptop.
Okay. Can I type something on that laptop to see what it popped up on it?
Oh, it's not logged in.
Oh, it's not logged in. It's just viewing.
Yeah, you can type something on your phone. So you guys have like an outline?
No, we're just freestyle. We're asking. We're gonna go over the purpose of we doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna need to to create a mission statement for this.
Okay.
And we're just gonna freestyle about it, and then we're gonna try to model this like how we would do a square table. So we're gonna have a code of conduct, and what do we expect out of this, and that way we can keep the program it's kind of neutral.
All right, Mr. Mike Galloway. Let me see Mike. Yes.
Mike, can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up.
How was it talking? Keep on talking, and then it's
Oh yeah, there's a delay, so Mike is gonna have to be like 10 seconds. So next week I'm gonna get a mic for Pat and a mic for the guest, because this mic picks up everything.
You can hear us.
picked up everything.
It bounce all
What up, John Simpson?
the echo.
Mike Galloway, Derrick County. Thank you guys for joining in. We're gonna get started in about 4 minutes. All right, Derrick, I'm glad you heard that.
Yeah, Derrick want to talk about stocks, an option. Oh yeah, I see it.
No funders, Mr. Galloway.
This ain't that telethon.
Yeah.
You see, John Simmons,
Yeah,
you talked to him, yet? John Simmons, hello.
yeah, he's on there. Town and a half. Got my DBA, all right.
Turn the mic up a little bit. So Pat, see if you can pull in a little bit so you're closer to the mic, a little bit more. Okay.
Can y'all hear me? Knock one time if you hear me, knock two times if you hear me loud. Plugged in 212, still can't hear me. No, we can't hear you, Derek. That's probably what happened when you left the office. All right, all right, all right. Really, bro? All right, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Okay, you can start asking him about what he think about servant leader meeting and all that, since he was there when we first started, and then I come in.
Well, it's a couple of minutes before 6, but we can go ahead and get right off into this. Gentlemen, welcome to the intro of PEP, Servant Leader Meeting, kind of a continuation from the inside out. Not sitting with me today, one of the OGs, Harvey Mott, who Harvey leads our life caddies here in Houston. And introduce yourself first of all.
All right, like Pat said, my name is Harvey Mai, AKA I'm not just some guy. I'm a reentry manager in Houston. Been with PEP since 2008. Joined staff in 2011. Started out as a life caddy. Did that for a while, and now I'm over the reentry management in Houston.
Okay, okay. So being that this is servant leader meeting, what do you remember about the servant leader meetings on the inside?
I'm just always impressed with like the organization, right? How much little involvement like is from the staff. You have the servant leaders, just they all have their projects and they all have their to-dos, and it wasn't a big group, it was a small group of servant leaders, but just impressed by their dedication for the program.
Okay, okay. You know, thinking in terms of those Wednesday mornings, 7 o'clock in the morning, everybody got to show up. As a servant leader, you know, I know it probably started off difficult for some, you know, as a staff member coming to the unit, it was most definitely meant that, okay, we got to be up a little bit earlier, on the road a little bit earlier. But it was always a fun time as far as, you know, I can think, I guess going back in as a staff member, what was your takeaway from going in as opposed to when you was in there?
Oh, just how developed the program has been. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. The program it amazes me. I've been on staff, but when I go in there, see the servant leaders, see them running the events, I'm just always impressed. And there's always a new set of servant leaders and peer educators, and it still amazes me.
Yeah, I see Mr. Galloway typed in coffee. I know that coffee was always a big hit with all the fellas. You know, they was like, let's get through this so we can get to the coffee. You know, and I have an idea for coffee later, and we'll bring that up in one of our later segments. But yeah, you know, the servant leader meeting, like when I was there, didn't exist. You know, and I think it was one of the benefits that existed by the time I went back in as a full-time staff member. And in a few minutes, we're going to bring in the OG, triple OG, all of our OG, you know, who was kind of, you know, the leader in getting that established, you know, to kind of understand, you know, what he saw that, you know, made him say, you know what, we need to do this, or what input he received. So we're going to bring OG, triple OG, class 1 graduate, Fee Tran in to join us. I know, come in on this conversation and kind of talk about then, and we're going to work up to now. Fee?
Sit right here. Yeah.
All right, all right.
I want to sit in the middle, so I hope I don't look like a deer stuck in a headlight.
So as y'all can see, we got the OG here with us. You know, he really don't need no introduction, but I guess we can go ahead and allow him to introduce himself.
I thought it said no need to introduction, so why do I need to introduce myself?
Well, we might have somebody on here who don't know, you know, since we do have so many new guys as far as Leadership Academy who have not had the privilege and opportunity to go through a servant leader meeting on the unit, but they are connected to PEP Brothers. So if they are here, you know, because I need to introduce myself also, and I'll go first, you know. For the fellas who don't know, my name is Pat McGee, a.k.a. Patty Cake, a.k.a. Pat Medion, a.k.a. Precious. Don't have the pleasure of saying that I'm a class graduate, so I'm just going to own class 0. Represent 00. And now.
All right, this is Fee Trans. I'm a graduate of Class 1, Rumino Uno. And so I was the second staff got hired from PEP. So I've been with PEP since 2004. And prior to Class 13, I believe I only go inside the unit just once or twice on each class. And so I think right after Class 13, I'm in there almost every week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And it took me out of my comfort zone. I like to be behind the desk, hiding behind a computer. So
Cool. So thinking about the start of the servant leader meeting, like I was saying to Harvey, I don't think it was even existing when you was there, right? So by the time Harvey and I left, there was no servant leader meeting.
I think we just started when Harvey was in there. He right before he left. I mean,
Oh, he was
right at
still
the
stuck in the kitchen, so he
he's-
kind of lost.
No, actually, he was using kitchen as an excuse to not be there until we start taking roll.
How often we've seen that. Yeah. So when thinking about the servant leader meeting, what did you identify at the time that made you say, you know what, we need to do this or put this in place? And what was your expected outcome?
So you know, during that time that I came in a lot into the unit was during the time that our founder left, and so during that time there was a lot of rumor, and when we don't meet together, that's how rumors start. So one way to really kill the rumor is we meet every week, right. And if we meet every week, every time there's issues arrive or we need to plan for something ahead. That's where one place we get together and talk. And then we choose Wednesday because it's kind of like a day right in the middle of the week before, we have the events. Normally it's on a Friday or a Thursday. So it's allow, a participant to work together. I think at that time when we started out, we called it graduate meeting.
Right.
And we even run into some problem with that too, because now we have guys that feel like, oh, I'm done with this. I'm going to this meeting because I'm done with PEP kind of things until we kind of rename it.
Okay. Yeah, I remember going back in and my first graduate meeting before a servant leader meeting. I think the biggest surprise for me was seeing the level of talent. Because I think by then the entire buy-in from the graduates, and it allowed them to showcase their skills. Even like with the video, some of them was learning that as they go, but to watch the growth and the improvement. But as y'all know, we still had that group of guys that didn't want to show up, but they showed up anyway. And I think the coffee was the biggest draw. I'm not sure, as Mikey said a few minutes ago, it was the coffee. But I think a lot of the relationships that we see out here, in my opinion, truly gelled in the servant leader meeting. And I guess that brings me to 2021. I think you and I have been talking about an outside servant leader meeting for a while. And now with technology, and I think COVID put us in a position where we had to sit down and really think about how to use technology. And I think when we did the telethon and reached out to everybody, I think that reveals something to us. But in thinking about doing this on a weekly basis virtually, what was the key idea?
Yeah, I'm pretty regularly on Facebook and other social media platforms, and I really don't like how that kind of presents itself for the PEP group, because it's a lot of time, one of our brother put something up, and we don't know what he's thinking, what his thought was at the time, or why did he put certain thing up, or he say certain things, and other brother took it and went way left field with it, or went way right field with it, and it's never have an option to really kind of reconcile the misunderstanding. And at time go on, it just kind of pulling the brother apart. Some brother gonna gravitate toward the other one, some gravitate toward the other ones, and I believe servant leader meeting is one place where you can come and have a little bit dialogue and talk about it.
Right. I agree wholeheartedly. And for you 15 people who have joined us, fellas, feel free to use the chat, comment, because one of the things that we're going to be doing as we go through this is seeking input and feedback. Any ideas you guys have, feel free to type them in there, this, like in the unit, for us, by us, it's not just about you being entertained, it's about us creating something that we can be proud of. And even though Fee and I and Harvey, we may be on this first intro, but hopefully in time, this is something that we have servant leaders stepping up and saying, you know what, we don't need a host or a face, that we can do this. Because I know that Fee don't want to be here every Wednesday every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, and life moves in different directions for all of us. But this is something that can truly grow from MC to MC to MC. But so what are some things that we want to contemplate and get feedback and input on as we go through this intro and prepare to really branch out and start doing this on a regular basis?
So we plan to launch this in April. All right, so we're going to use March as kind of like a testing. We're gonna run it every week on Tuesday in March. We're gonna change the layout. Right now we have kind of like at the table, all three of us talking. Next week we might have two sofa seat. We're gonna change the layout just to want to see which one is better. So, and then we're gonna have these live videos post up on YouTube on this channel. So any brother out there watching it later on, just feel free to comment on there. What you like, what you don't like. Even, we're not really prepared wearing, the right shirt or whatever. Just give us ideas on how to make this better, because we want this to be a permanent part of PEP out here. We want to use this as an outlet for PEP brother. Of course, we gotta formulate the purpose of this, and we gotta come up with a mission statement. We gotta have a code of conduct, which means that we're not gonna talk on any topic. We gotta focus on a topic that is beneficial to building each other up.
Right.
Because it's topic that's gonna tear us down. That we have plenty of that on there already. So how can we focus on the topic that we can inspire a brother? We have new guys coming out, don't know what PEP is, or how they get connected with other PEP brother. Or we got PEP brother who started business already. How can he make his business known to other PEP brother? Or we have guys that don't understand how to start an LLC, or even trading online. We have brothers out here that we can get together and talk about it. If we create a rich program, I believe more and more brothers are gonna tune in and watch this.
Cool. Yeah, and we also want to encourage for the ones who are in attendance, who do show up, kind of share and invite other PEP brothers the same way we do to the PEP brothers group. Let's try to get all of those guys kind of gravitating toward coming to this feed, to where we can have conversations. Because in addition to the things that feed listed, we want to highlight our servant leaders who've been out for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, as well as introduce new guys who are just being released. We want to highlight our participant businesses. We want to give a platform for guys who may be in need of help as far as workers, or guys who may be in need of assistance as far as needing a job. We want to do weekly check-ins, and from time to time we may have an executive volunteer as a guest, but because this is us, by us, for us, this isn't necessarily a tool for PEP to market and promote, because this is truly us, kind of networking and gathering for ourselves. Like Fee said, we might get Derek Campbell on here talking about what stock to invest in. But I think there are so many topics because there's so many skills within our network. One of the things I've always talked about in the unit, I always do a poll at the beginning of each new class, kind of going through the skills, getting guys to understand, okay, like who know how to do blueprints? We have people that know how to do blueprints, okay, who know how to do cement work. Getting them to understand that within the network is the ability to build a house. And the main thing that's missing is the communication. If we don't communicate what we have, we don't know what we have. So I think this is going to be a great platform. But like Fee says, we need to build the infrastructure. And we got the best brain in here because he's got the most information in regards to PEP. And we build our brand, build our mission, build our purpose, and grow on that. One of the first things I would think about when it comes to code of conduct is the respect of Mike. We don't have to agree with everything that we hear, but at the same time, we need to respect one another at all times. And if you're watching this, you know how that's the quickest way to get me to comment on something you're doing or saying is the lack of respect. So we want to respect each other's opinions and beliefs. We don't have to agree with them, but that mutual respect. Harvey, anything you want to chime in on?
Oh, just that it's great to be a part of an organization that's always trying new things. So just glad to be on board.
Okay.
So a couple of things came to my mind when you talking to. I think this is a two thing that we can use this platform to kind of push information out. Because I'm class 1, I see a lot of old guys coming in. They either looking for me or they're looking for you, Pat. And once they find me or you, they'll start asking about how's the program going, and kind of like update them on, oh yeah, we have Leadership Academy, we have this and we have that, and they say, wow, I didn't know that. So a lot of our PEP brother out there don't know what's going on with PEP, and this is a platform where we can really introduce the new thing that we're doing inside and outside, and that way everybody kind of up to date what's going on with PEP. And another thing I always saying that there's two kind of people when it's coming to PEP program. There is the owner of the program and there's the renter of the program. Or PEP brother is the owner. They will need to know what's going on in PEP. The renter really don't need to know it. So we want to turn all of our PEP brother who have the renter mindset into the owner mindset, because that's the only way we can grow and be better. The second part is I use YouTube a lot, and lately I've been really interested in trading. So I spend about an hour watching trading. And when you go on YouTube and trying to learn something new, if you have a person who kind of speak over you, it's kind of hard to learn it. But if you come into a person who you feel like they're wearing the same shoe as you can pick up the information so fast from that person. And imagine that, you just get out of prison or you've been out of prison for a while and you run into roadblock, whether you start a business or trying to gain custody of your children. And then if there's a videos of a PEP brother or a guy who got out of prison, overcame what you currently going through trouble with, of course you're going to feel like, you're in the same shoe with that person. You could do exactly what that person is doing. So I think we can use this platform for that. those two things.
That's right. That's right. So again, fellas, feel free to use the comment section, ideas, because I'm pretty sure you all had ideas while you're on the inside because you probably came to me with every one of them. But now is the time, post those ideas, post your needs. I mean, post what you wish was available to you that you need the most. Because I assure you that it's within our network, it's within us. So we can have these conversations. We can create these videos that Fee's talking about and truly be a source, for us. One of the things I threw at Fee a couple of years ago was an idea that I had for an app. And
Lifeline.
Lifeline, and I think that this can be that lifeline, content that's created by us for us because we know what we need, we know where we've been, we know where we're trying to go, and there's somebody who's traveled the path for us already, So I'm excited about this. I'm committed to being here on Tuesdays, just as I know Fee is, Harvey, and whoever we need. So I just encourage you guys, keep coming back, keep bringing other brothers with you. Again, this is a no judgment zone. This is this is us, servant leader meeting.
So a few things I need you guys helped on is comments in the comments telling us what do you like about the servant leader inside? What would you like to see us to do out here? And we're not going to only broadcast here at the Houston office. We're going to go up to Dallas at least once or twice out of a month to do the live up there. So any PP brother up in the Dallas area, we let you know ahead of time. Just pop in and sit and talk to us, just like how we're doing here. Houston, of course, we want you guys to come to the office and do this with us. We're not going to do any Zoom call, any of that. We want to do it in person. Plus, it's a lot better to see facial expressions and in front of each other. So let us know what we need to replicate. Help us build an agenda. Once we have the agenda down, and then we're gonna keep on doing it every week and bringing you better contents. If you have question about certain brothers that you haven't seen them in a long time, we might reach out to that brother and come in and have a talk with us. So we're not gonna keep this recording, going on and on and on and on today. We just want to get the message out there to you guys. Help us build this. Be a part of the beginning. Because one day we go back and say, oh, this is the 1,000 and something episode or something. So with that, got anything else to say, Pat?
That's it. Don't forget, man. Tell a brother, tell a brother, tell a brother. And we'll see you all back here next week, 6 p.m. Same bad channel, same bad place.
You have a jingle for this? Kind of say something, da-da-da-da-da, or something like that.
Let me think about
Come up with a jingle.
Put a little pep in your step. We need to find that song.
No, we got to get with Brandon Green to give us a logo. Before the start, we have that logo coming in. We got to get with Donnie Tickavon to give us the soundtrack.
So y'all heard that.
We got a lot of PP brother out there.
Y'all heard that. Tell Donnie we need that track. Tell BG. Well, BG already just texted me, so I know he's on it. Whatever he can do to help us improve it.
Oh, he's in chat.
Oh, is it? No, it went off.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Sorry, Brandon.
Cut it.
Appreciate y'all. Love.